reason I love being a co-leader of Te Ako Wahine so much is how passionate our network members are about encouraging equality for all, the promotion of a gender-balanced workforce, and helping to support our members achieve their personal and professional goals. One thing I do keep hearing is people asking, does leadership actually see this mahi, or is it just for us?
Well, that's such a fair question, right? We know the support is there, but I think people want to see it in action. And honestly, who better to answer that than our executive sponsor? Should we see if she's free to jump in and settle the debate?
Good timing. Let's dial her in now.
Here are Megan. Surprise! We are officially hijacking our CEO update this month for something a little bit more special. Hey, we've been talking about the impact of Te Ako Wahine, and we really want to get the sponsor perspective straight from you.
So Megan, let's get into it. People often think sponsorship is just a name on a mailing list or liking a Viva post. In your view, what does sponsorship in action actually look like at the executive level?
Hey, hi Amy, hi Emma, hi everyone, kia ora koutou. Thanks for hijacking my video and love our matching screen backgrounds. We spend quite a lot of time as an exec team talking about our sponsorship of each of the networks. It's something that we're all really quite proud of, and really we get a lot out of it as well. You know, I think our role as sponsors and my role with Te Ako Wahine is to be a bit of a bridge between the network and the executive and senior leadership, to build those connections. You know, I hope that part of my job is to support both of you as co-chairs. You know, you do a lot of work. Hopefully I can help to connect you up with the things you need and the people you need. I think also, you know, we've got a responsibility to make the networks more visible across ACC, to encourage people to get involved. And I would say we can also role model the intent and the purpose of the networks that we're sponsors of, and really advocate. And ultimately, you know, this is about championing equity, you know, visible leadership of equity across ACC. So I know I speak on behalf of every exec in saying, you know, we really value the sponsorship roles.
That's okay, and we honestly really appreciate having you as a sponsor and having you there to support us. Looking at the bigger picture, we're all working hard to build a culture that ACC can be proud of. Why is it so vital that Wahine and diverse leadership are at the very centre of that transformation?
Yeah, well, you know, there are many reasons, Emma, but ultimately, you know, we all know, and there's so much evidence that backs it up, that having diverse perspectives will always lead to better decisions, better consideration of the, you know, the issues that we deal with, but ultimately, you know, better decisions for ACC and also for the clients we serve. You know, I think it's also about tapping into 100% of the talent of the people at ACC and across New Zealand. You know, we want to attract, retain, value all of our people, and that's, you know, every single person at ACC and the unique perspective they bring. And I think also it's important as part of feeling motivated, feeling energised beyond the, you know, the core work that each of us is here to do, having that wider connection to the organisation.
I love that. It's like you are our internal advocate, making sure those doors stay open. But Megan, I know a lot of people watching might feel a little bit imposter syndrome, or maybe just feel work might get overwhelming and life gets busy to join. Which of those feelings are all true and validated? What's your message, Megan, to the people hovering over the join button and wonder if they have time or if it's really for them?
Yeah, I'd say hit the join button, Amy. And see how it goes. You know, I think within the networks, members can get involved as little or as much as they want, but the opportunities are there. You know, there is a risk in a big organisation that you spend a lot of time with your team, or with your, you know, the team plus around you, or the people on your site. And so it's an opportunity to network, to meet other people, to find out what else ACC does. You know, that could be from the point of view of finding other, you know, kindred spirits, or it could be looking at where you want your career to go, what other jobs you see other people doing that might be of interest to you as you think about maybe next steps. The networks also give people, and you two are an example of this, you know, that opportunity for professional development, to step in and take a leadership role, that might be different to your day job, and that also builds your network across ACC. I think also the networks are a safe space to share experiences, the sorts of things that you might not always want to just talk to your teammates about, and it is that sort of like-minded or kindred spirits that you can reach out to in the networks. And just being part of the change that we want at ACC, and having some fun and learning some things. So many reasons to join, not many not to join.
I love that. It's basically a formal invite from Megan to come and join us.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Hey, Megan, before we let you go, what's one thing you have learned from being our sponsor so far?
Oh, Amy, the thing I've learned is just the amazing people we have at ACC. I see it every day, but, I've been so proud of watching the network develop. You and Emma are new to the co-chairs role. You had big shoes to fill, but, you're doing a fantastic job. And, I think the networks are all a really important part of ACC.
That is such a powerful green light from everyone watching. Megan, thanks for being our champion and for making the time today. And to everyone watching, the Women's Network is for everyone who wants to see Wahine thrive at ACC. It's about creating a culture where everyone feels they belong. Keep an eye out for our next Lunch and Learn session in March, where we will celebrate International Women's Day and International Women of Colour Day.
That's epic, Emma. And we want to see you out there. Nam he nui kia koutou ka